Cal's Angels was founded in 2007 after our oldest child, Cal Sutter, passed away at the age of 13 from acute myelogenous leukemia. Cal suffered horribly, so of course you always go back to your origin and why you do what you do. But as we begin to keep transitioning the way we are, it's no longer about just Cal. It's all about these kids who are diagnosed today and tomorrow.
Go for a ride. Isabel had 4 swollen lymph nodes in the back of her head. And that's kind of where we were getting a little nervous because it just seemed really abnormal.
Daddy silly.
We took her to the hospital and we knew something wasn't right when they had a specialist come down. I hated that day.
Oh, I love you.
Every person, you know, helped me in some way, whether it was just hearing them cry with me or my oldest brother who said, "You're gonna have to grind and you're gonna have to grind some more, but you're gonna do it." And I said, I just took a breath just like that. I said, "You're right, we are."
Tell Mama your dance. You are so precious. Oh, I love you.
Em had gotten kind of like ill, not feeling well, throwing up. We were actually getting ready for our little guy's birthday party. Family was coming over, we were getting food ready, and we got the phone call. She basically said, go to the ER ASAP, so off we went. When they took us into the other room, that doctor's like, "Come with us, we got something to say." I was just like, uh-oh, it's gonna happen. And then sure enough, it happened. They said it, and it was just like all your nightmares come true at once.
Did you sleep well?
Kind of like a shell shock. You take your kid in,
I'm gonna get him.
something's wrong, you don't know what, and then they tell you, cancer. Kind of surreal. Doesn't really sink in until days, weeks. Then you realize the scope of things, and then talking with other parents, I think it's pretty much the same.
Oh, Daddy, look at the view. There's something.
Living the life of a pediatric cancer family, you see not just your child going through this, but all these other families where we said, you know, I want to do something for these people.
Watch this. There it is. There it is. Good job. High fives.
Cal's Angels mission statement is WAR, which is Wishes, Awareness, and Research, and it's Cal's Angels Goes to War Against Pediatric Cancer. The W stands for Wishes, and will always remain our #1 thing that we love to do. We love to be able to put a smile on the child and the siblings and the parents' faces, even if it's, you know, for a moment to take away from the ugliness that cancer brings. All of Cal's biggest supporters, all of our volunteers, they see the impact of what that means to be able to give to someone else. All of our programs have amazing partnerships with corporations that I'm so incredibly thankful for. All of them are what make our monthly parties possible.
Cal's really makes such an impression on people, having days where they do pizza. They always have toys for the kids to pick out every time they come in.
What do you think? Well, see, that one won, huh?
By making a point to spread the love, the awareness, and just brighten the day for each of these children and the families.
Well, what makes Cal stand out? Being personal and personable, and they try to brighten the day. They're always there. And even if they're not right in front of you, they're there.
And then our awesome fantasy flight program that we partner with United Airlines. Their employees put on this amazing fantasy flight every year.
There was ice cream, cookies, and
Well, you remember more than I do.
and cheesecake.
We came off the gate after landing at the North Pole, and you come in, and it's just people everywhere. And Emma, who can barely walk, mind you, does this I think her feet left the ground as she jumped into Stacy's arms. It was pretty cute. It was perfect. I think so.
When you see Cal's Angels, and many times they're gold, bright yellow outfits, passing joy to the children and their families, the sense of relief the kids feel by knowing people care for them, the sense of relief that families feel knowing that this is a group that's out there giving wishes, creating awareness, and forming and supporting research. Kind of the war against childhood cancer.
In the last few years, what we really started getting involved with is research. And it's not just research where you're throwing the money, down, they call it the black hole of research. It's in clinical trials in conjunction with Lurie Children's Hospital.
With clinical trials, there's that accountability factor, and I'm able to see quarterly reports that we're able to watch exactly where all of our donors' money is going.
Clinical trials are how we're going to really change the world. We have a moral and ethical responsibility when we place a child on trial to make sure we take the knowledge we learn that's helping that individual child and make sure it helps children in the future. Clinical trials are expensive, and the work that Cal's Angels has done is enabling us to push these trials forward.
There's over 900 drugs today waiting to be approved for adults. Unfortunately, there's less than 20 available for our children. And what they're doing is taking tissue samples from children right here at Lurie's, pecking away at these 900 drugs to make them suitable for children.
They're looking for that one thing that's going to catapult cancer care.
When Stacy came and said, this is a direction together we think we should go, it was like having an angel come down and really make an impact, not just on the kids for today, but making an impact on the kids for the future.
It's just amazing to see we're right here on the front line of something that is happening truly with the children that we help.
That is so tremendous. It's really incredible that they're kind of covering all the bases and making sure that moving forward, we're gonna have some more options.
It's all about, well, not just research, it should be results as well. They want to see results, they want to get information out of all the research they do.
What I see is this is a building block. And with your continued support, we will increase the number of therapies available to our children, sharing that information and making it available to kids, not just in Chicago, but throughout the world.
I know that the topic of pediatric cancer is not something that people really celebrate and have a good time with. However, I look at it and I compare it with Cal. That is probably the worst thing I can ever think of happening to anybody. And finding something within there makes me want to do good for all these other families, so that maybe one day those horrible negatives never have to happen again.
It's super important for people to understand just how much we need to be advocates for all the kids out there and spread the good word.
The snowball, bigger and bigger and bigger and greater and greater and greater.
We have so far to go. We have so much to learn that the only way we're going to get there is if we collaborate and cooperate. And what we learn from your support, I give you my word, we'll share with other physicians and scientists throughout the world, because we all truly have one goal, and that's to change the future for the children we serve.
At Cal's Angels, our mission is not only the WAR of wishes, awareness, and research, but it truly is walking beside all of these families that are affected by pediatric cancer on a daily basis. I would ask that you would consider walking alongside us, so together we can be the voice for these children who do not have one, and we can make a very powerful impact on pediatric cancer and put a stop to it.
Wednesday, August 16th at 9:59 p.m.
I just miss Cal. I'm calling to say goodnight. Love you. Okay, bye.
End of message.